Hello everyone, this is Visual Novel Gamer here, and I am back with Katawa Shoujo. I like how it's going so far, and let's get right back to where we were. Still, we finished it with a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class. Despite our late start, Susume and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bell rings, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. What is that picture at the end of the hallway? Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto, down to the bottom floor. This is what my lunchroom looks like when I went to school. Just like everyone in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! Her enthusiasm started statement of the oblivious makes people around us stare, but Misha didn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There is a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something at random and follow Susune to a table sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Susune. ... I don't understand sign language, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at the person who talks to you is proper and polite. Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guides, so you should ask if there is something. I wonder. Of course. Let's make a save here since there's options. I'm gonna ask about the library since my guy was big into books. Oh yeah, is there a library in the school? Lately, I've gotten into reading a lot, so I like to check it out. Misha gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. There is! It's in the second floor. We could show it to you sometimes. Thanks. I return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Susune sign back and forth, very animated, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something. ... I quickly notice a conversation in sign language is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. The dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. Oh, she has a lot of burns on her. Oh, that's terrible. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She sinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Susune either didn't notice or didn't mind it, as they walked directly past her to their seats and began to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of the school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me feel like this. I even feel physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Besides me, Misha and Sasune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. ... Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Ichan. We got to hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do. ... You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Ah, wait, the teacher said I have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. We joined the flow of students making their way down the stairs and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classes in the same hallway as ours. When we're outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. ... This is the exerting building. There's a lot of offices and important stuff inside, like the Yamaguchi Foundation office and all the nurses' office. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? ... Don't be silly, Hichan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks. Bye. A whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in hoping this really will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with a text, Head Nurse, and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. It sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large, and it smells strange. A familiar, friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cups rings lying on the desk. Hello there. What can I do for you today? He is young-looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wish that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times. Why, yes I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name, or just the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I should probably grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right, I'm the new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai. His eyes light up with revelation, and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of cardiac neuropathy and related cardiac heart muscle defect, right? He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes. Good, well, you'll probably be brief about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from the staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there is a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. His jokes feel so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. I'm sorry, this is loud. That's better. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. You'll get used to it. I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it. Now, let me just find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffle stacks paper around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the Everything of generic, I like to say. Beige walls and ceilings, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you expect from a school nurse office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day and from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similar thick files and opens it. So, you already have medicine for the anthridia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing maybe? He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to recommend you from refrain from doing that. At least for the time being. Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow. But really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport. Just to have something to do. Any kind of concussions may be dangerous to your heart. And risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I size up the question acceptably and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you'll really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks or even a light jog, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wiggles his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely. No unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. He goes over my papers once more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good. That's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. I usher out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. I ended up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building. Although to my eyes they look like one and the same. It's the first real look I got at the other students, so I watched people coming out of the school going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going, and I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? ... I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The awareness in me only grows as I tug towards the dorms set a little way apart from the main building complex. There is a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms. Shrubbery, flowers, and the overbearing smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere here. It draws on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick, like the others. It feels way too pompous for what it is. So, I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functioning, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. Same goes for the elevators at the ends of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climbed the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet, a shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the door adjusted to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door of 117, so I knock lightly. Hello, is anyone home? From inside, I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. A Bosch bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have glasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. His silent cat. I'm moving into the room next. To the next room. I thought I should introduce myself. His face suddenly brightens in realization, and he stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my iPod? Oh, sup dude, name's Kenji. Ah, hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vivid welcome. There were some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? Because they could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place profile is left hanging between us awkwardly, as I try to think of some way to respond. I'll say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some excruciating hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hasao. Me, I don't think I can trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans in close again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind. It doesn't matter. With that, he fumbles around for a moment and searches the door handle and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some sort of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room impersonal like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of the bed looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there were a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Hi, Hichan. Hi, Hichan. We unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit them, you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. I like how they call me Hichan too. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kind of hope I would have, then there would be something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desk and lie down on the bed feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I had nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming, for the entire day too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now, The bottles of medicine neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. I pick up one, shake it, just to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glue-on pharmacy label. Hi, Isao. Hey, Isao Nakai. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily routine of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosage. ... I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain. And after that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls, and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel strange, slightly more comfortable, warm, and nest-like against the chill that presses for room temperature here. Soon, the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up on my spine once again. I keep drifting farther away from the world I know. And he sleeps just like that. Oh, that's cool that they do that. I guess they do that for every day, maybe? That's cool, though. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers across the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the 3rd room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that, indeed, it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bags on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating whether I open a bottle, shake out a pill, pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I drowned them with a chase of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of genetic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for the other things, too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter, and Shizumi's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure the others are. Or perhaps people like them who are pass for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there were clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decide to ask Shizumi about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. ... She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looked more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfectly and evenly flat. ... Ah, sorry, Shi-chan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, Hee-chan. My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right. Dot dot dot. Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too. Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. Wahaha! I don't know, Hichan. The truth is it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so... She starts signing desperately to Shizumi, asking her to bail her out. Shizumi adjusted her glasses at the end of an oddly brandished flutters and starts signing hard and heavy. Dot dot dot. Huh? Oh. Who cares? Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizumi's words out with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Not so loud. Dot dot dot. Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideas and beliefs behind a festival will inevitably change with time. Dot dot dot. Now, it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. Ha 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 ha. The teacher clears his throat very loudly. Baiting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha shifts a yelp and quickly quiet down. Shimishi doesn't seem embarrassed at all though, blushing it off without a care. Dot dot dot. We are in the middle of class and should start working. That's right, Shishan. What? That's right. Hichan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Susune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of my corner of my eye, I see a girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slid silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher who is also looking at the black-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything? Hichan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misa just looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. Dot dot dot. Okay. Well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. Do you want to have lunch together then? Sure. I thought. Yay! Wahaha! Okay, Hee-chan. Perfect. The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with long hair never came back. Before I had time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizumi looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. Dot dot dot. Yes it is, Hee-chan. Possible. Really? Really. I noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing, not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Sishan can understand it. Her eyes start back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune? I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really? Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing and will take some time to get used to. It's not a contest between contests or competitors over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Suzune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me, as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. ... Are you sure, Hee-chan? Very sure. ... Ha, you're wrong, Hee-chan, because I don't want to be the slowest ones in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them wrong. Wahahaha! Shizumi pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I argue more, but the bell rings and she quickly gets up and picks up her bags, looking at me more expectantly. I have almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. ... Where do you want to eat? Cafeteria? Haha, that's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain? Well, I guess. At my old school, I liked to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there is a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Suzune and Misha pulled me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in the classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So, Hee-chan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right? ... Right, Hee-chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first. Exchanging little nods of confidence, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she is about to deliver a speech. Hee-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot. There is a book club, right, Hee-chan? Right? But it seems like they have all the members they could possibly have right now. Sorry, Hee-chan, it's a really popular club. ... Ah, okay, but more to the point, Hee-chan. Does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. ... Good. Great. That's great, Hee-chan. Really great. Ha 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 ha. Wahahaha. Why is that so great? No reason. Well, Hee-chan, other than clubs and the upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council. I see. I didn't know this school had a student council. That was a very mundane setup, though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this because Shizumi looks a little embarrassed about it and Misha is laughing. Shizumi quickly retakes control of the discussion in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says. ... Ha ha ha. Right. Hee-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we get to hang out every day, Hee-chan. Hee-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Hee-chan is the president. I'm starting to get suspicious that Hee-chan and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Hee-chan quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. ... Ha ha ha. Of course, we're not trying to get you to join just because we obviously benefit from you joining the student council, and therefore have an indice to try and get you to. So you're admitting that. Dot dot dot. Ah, no, we're not admitting. We admit nothing. I mean, Hichan, of course it would be nice if you join, and we'll appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in working for one's school. Yep, it's true, Hichan. Besides, do you want to spend more time with us after school, Hichan? I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they're pretty cute to begin with. Well, dot dot dot. So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Hichan. What? No. See, Hichan, of course it wouldn't go so easily. Dot dot dot. Yep, that's right. Though it would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Hichan owes me candy now. You were betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Hichan seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. Dot dot dot. Wahaha, that's interesting, Hichan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about rich man, poor man, Hichan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Why not? Well, because you two both have the same intention, right? And before, the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Dot dot dot. Yep. Yeah, that isn't my goal, but what this means is that both of you can team up, and I'll be a clear disadvantage. So I will have to decline. Dot dot dot. Hichan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us and that we will pull something disingenuous? That makes me sad. Sorry? It's hard to tell where Hichan influence ends and Misha thoughts begin. Dot dot dot. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No. How about a game of paper football instead of rich man, poor man? Paper football? Yep, it's a game that's played in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot it past goalposts. Then the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competitive between two people, Hichan. Dot dot dot. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Hichan. Wahaha, that means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. Or like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Yeah, that's true. How do you know, Hichan? Shizumi frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so relatively. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempt to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious at what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even knew anyone who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizumi and Misha, so probably it wouldn't be so bad. Dot dot dot. Okay, Hichan, how about Risk? A game of world domination. I don't know what that is. How do you not know what Risk is? It's such a fun game. It's really fun, Hichan. You fight for control of the world, with arms and everything. Sounds like Shizumi would be good at it. If you want to play, we could play after school. We can after school. Dot dot dot. Ah, really, Hichan? We can play just for fun, Hichan. Hichan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no strings attached. Well, okay. Okay, perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Hichan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. Wahahaha. I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for a show than anything. So in the end, I agree, but only after getting Hichan to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete. Just by exception to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. During afternoon classes, that long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizumi and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I've been considering it. Needlessly, I'm a bit distracted that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. What's with the escort? This doesn't make me feel very welcome, comfortable. In fact, it makes me feel like feels like a dangerous prisoner being transported to his cell. Wahaha! What's wrong, Hee-chan? That's right, we're just going to play a game of Risk, remember? I don't know, Misha. This all seems a little sinister to me. I start thinking that when we sit down to play the game, you tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Yeah, I can see that. I can 100% see that. Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like it would be so plausible. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started. What? That's it? This makes you guys being so on top of me seem a little silly. That's not true, Hee-chan. C-chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed. Life is threatened. Her expression unchanging, Misha signs amusingly to C-chan, who makes a baffling face and puts her hands behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha feigns deafness and hums cheerfully. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike C-chan. Shizumi opens the door to the student council room. It's very plain, spacious, decorated room, although it's quite large. Maybe even a little larger than a classroom. I think this is a good spot to end today's video. I am Visual Novel Gamer here. If you like, comment, subscribe. I'm enjoying the game so far. And peace.